folks. It's Zim, and this is just one of the oddest things I've seen in a while. I was playing the 907 tonight, and I've had this thing for like 2, 3 years maybe, and I don't have a whole lot of games in it. In fact, most of the games, my two boys, my 6-year-old and my 7-year-old and my 10-year-old love this tank, and they've probably got 100 games in this tank. And then and in actually talking about it, how good this tank is. Those guys, those two boys, they have their own accounts and stuff, but they're not. How do I say that? They're not above average players, but they can take this tank and go and play and do actually quite well with it, considering. And tonight I was playing, and I found it kind of odd that I actually ace tanked this thing with an ace tanker with I believe, like 1833 XP. All right, to me, if you see someone driving a 907, they usually they got it as a reward tank for the clan campaigns, and typically they were only given out to like the top 2,000 players. So there's not a lot of them running around, and typically if you're getting this tank, you're usually in one of the top clans and places, right? So for me to see 1833 XP getting an ace tanker in it, I was floored. I was totally floored. I was just like, wow. That's just odd that I've played like the 62A, some of the other Russian mediums. To get ace tanker in those, you're talking 6K plus with a fair amount of assisted damage. At least minimum of 2,000 XP to get an ace tanker in one of the other Russian mediums. So for me to see this in this tank, I was just utterly, absolutely surprised that this was an ace tanker game. But I'm going to bring it to you anyway, show you what kind of game it was. And I wasn't terribly impressed. I mean, it wasn't like it was a super high damage game or assisted damage or any of that stuff. But yeah, I did end up acing this tank, which was, to me, was just totally fucking floored me. Absolutely floored me. I didn't think the game was even worthy of. I mean, yeah, it was a nice damage game, but nothing what I thought was going to take to actually ace this tank. So I'm going to bring up the video for you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. Like I said, I wasn't terribly impressed with. I mean, that it only took 1833 XP to ace this tank. What is this saying about the world of tanks right now? Maybe I'm thinking into too much of this, or maybe drawing the wrong conclusions, or if I just happen to catch it at a right night when, right 2 weeks that nobody's been playing this tank, or it was a really low XP deal. But 1833 XP was just, to me, was just stupidly low for a 907 to get an ace tanker. So I'll bring up the game for you guys, and you can see what I'm talking about. Alright guys, back with the 907 gameplay. This is the ace tanker in it. And then the only reason I'm bringing this video is just because I thought this was the oddest thing I've seen in a while, at least for XP wise. I was thinking this thing would be like 2200 to 2300 XP plus to ace tanking, but being it was only 1833, maybe this thing isn't as special as I thought it was anymore. I don't know. I was floored. And it wasn't. I mean, it was an alright game and stuff. But I've had much better games in other Russian mediums with quite a bit higher XP, and not get an ace tanker in it. So I find it interesting that this one ended up being the way it was. So I move out here. I got a 263 with me. It's an all tier 10 match. Super conch and a bat chat with me. So we run into a Sheridan and a Action 10 and another super conch. Now we got a 260, another bat chat. We have a few tanks over here with us. Probably a little bit more than we should be dealing with. But to we got the Super Conk. I haven't quite figured out yet what to deal with one of those tanks in a hold down situation. I don't think there's much you can do. They don't seem to have the turret ring problem that a lot of the regular British line do, especially the heavies. They used to have their turret ring was relatively easy to pen. I was trying to go for a little bit of a bounce shot down in there and see if I could get it bounced down into his hatch there. Playing hold down here, using my turret. 260. Can't get down on his cupola. And I'm just sitting here, just a little too high on that 260 turn. Lecter here is pushing around on the Action 10. And they actually knock out the 260. So now we are sitting here with Action 10 decides to go YOLO. 260's up on top, bad chat, still got a Super Conk, and we're still kind of playing a little bit between the two of us here, getting a fair amount of baddies here pushing on us. Super Conk's paying attention over there, pulling in his lower plate. Still have the 260 on the top. So now they're doing a little bit of weird pushy here. They got a STB1, the bad chat over there playing sniper, and they have. And we get left. So we got me and the Super Conk here. We're going to be fighting against 3 tanks, 2 heavies. Should be interesting. Put a nice shell. Almost get the bad chat. Come up a little bit. He gets a shell into my cupola, I believe. Yep. He gets overmatched my rough. Go figure. So now we've kind of evened it up here. We're going to be working on this Super Conk. So it's a Super Conk versus and me against these guys. STB1 and the 121B kind of pulled a lame thing across the middle of the factory floor, which isn't always the best place to be, especially out here in the open. So going after the Super Conk here, he's not really paying attention to what I'm doing. Seems like he's interested in something else. He misses me. My Super Conk's pushing over. Put another shell on the bottom of him. Let's just bag the regular AP. Let's see if we can get up in here. Chasey, pokey, pushy. Yep, he's not paying attention. Oh, that rise in the ground kind of screws me. Put a nice shell on him. Put me up to almost 3k damage. 2500 blocked. And it looks like we're cleaning up pretty well right now. So we pushed the field. Heavy's kind of stalled out. And away we go. Got an FV, another bad chat. Yeah, it's there's still a lot of HP out there to finish off. 121, I'm not sure why he's not pushing the FV after he fired. But now we're on the move here. So we got the 13105 out in the fields. Puts a shell into him. I got a shell into him. And he's pushing around. So if he can find the AMX, he doesn't get it. So now we got a Flash B. And IS4 and a Moss. Yeah, so they still have a fair amount of hit points left here. At least for us. Pull him behind here. Put a shot in behind the Moss. I'm not sure if he did. Obviously, he probably didn't realize that we were right here on his ass. So finish him off. Looking for the Flash B. And of course, he's sitting there waiting for me. Puts a nice shot into me. And prepare it to let him fire a few rounds here. Put a shell on the back side of him. Puts me up at 4200. Got a bad chat, 25 ton, and a IS4 left. And he there faced off against a Type 5 heavy. And it could have gone either way here. I mean, the IS4 is kind of a pain in the ass. But rush in here. Bad chat's reloading. Fuck him. Now we got the ass end of the IS4. And he's doing a pretty good job of side scraping against all these guys. E4s and whatnot, but he's currently busy and not really paying attention. So yeah, just farming damage right now. His track's off, so he doesn't have much chance. Finish him off. 5400 damage, 2400 block, and no assisted damage. So now this is what kills me about this this match. yeah, there was nothing spectacular about it, but you know, not high dam. I mean, it was good damage, no assisted damage, and yet we still, with an 1833 XP game, get an ace tanker. It just floored my mind. You know, it's the only reason I'm making the video is just how stupid this was. I, I don't get it. I don't know if this is just a general, uh, you know, am I running into conspiracy theories that this was just that bad of 2 weeks, or is the player base in NA going to really absolute shit? I don't know. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be posting some more here a little bit later.